Our first property that we're bringing onto the platform is what we're calling the BRIKkoala series. So that one there is it's a Brisbane blue chip property. The cost is $2.6 million US. But that one, there's an established property that needs a few tweaks that we've actually included in our costings of $2.6 million US. And basically, there's 40 tokens, 40,000 tokens there in relation to that property, and we're making 33,000. We're selling 33,000 tokens of at $80 US each. So each token will be $80 US. You can buy one, you can buy many, you can buy lots of. So it's up to you in terms of what you want to buy in terms of that series. So that property, we're launching the property in mid to late October. Still got to finalise the date on that at the moment. Just a couple of things we're working through. So we're not too far away. So that one there is it's the BRIKkoala series to be launched late October, which is only just next month, and basically it'll provide access to people who want to buy our tokens in that particular property series. So again, we see that property basically in terms of, again, this is not financial advice, and based on the forecastings in terms of what properties have done in that area over the last 20, 30 years. And obviously history always provides a great guide in terms of to forecast. Obviously, having an accounting background, I have an appreciation for economics in terms of macroeconomics forecastings and looking back and what things have done and given variables in play in going forward, and trying to project out in terms of what the economy will do and what certain areas will do and some industries will do. It's always gets great pleasure to see some of the things going ahead. Again, we're not what should we say, wish doctors that basically try to predict things and things end up exactly as that. So again, we can only use data, trends and events that are happening. But based on this property here, if we look at the events that have happened in Brisbane and Queensland and Australia, and what the impacts have, and look at other areas in terms of major events and what impact has leading up to those events. So obviously, we're coming out of a COVID. We're going into an economic recovery, and obviously, I think Southeast Queensland in particular, we're in pretty good shape in terms of where we are today, and obviously the lifestyle that we have here and the migration we're getting here from other states, and they'll lead to migration from some Australians that are basically coming home, which we've seen that already, and it continues to do so once international borders open. And then basically got other people who see Australia and Queensland as a great place for a lifestyle and so forth to settle their family and migrate to Australia. And then overlay of that, over in 2032, we've got the Olympics in Brisbane here, which will obviously have exposure to both the Sunshine Coast and the Gold Coast as well. So in looking at this particular property, it's, as I said, it's at $2.6 million US over the next 5 years, in terms of where we see that property being valued at. We see the property valued in 5 years' time be around the $4.5 million US. And then basically, sort of 10 years outlook on that property there, we see that property being around sort of $9.1 million in US in value. So again, using historical data, using future forecasting and the events that are happening in Southeast Queensland particularly, this is how we see this property. So we see that property going from 2.6 today as a cost for $2.6 million US to around $9.1 million US in 10 years' time. On top of that, you've got the cryptocurrency. So again, we got some thoughts around in terms of what cryptocurrencies. I think we're just very, very early stages in terms of where cryptocurrency sits and playing a major role in the economy. I think people who are actually in the cryptocurrency, involved in cryptocurrency, which I am, very bullish in terms of how they'll play out over the next 5-10 years, in terms of as governments start to accept it more as being a means of currencies, as we see some countries are already adopting such a position. So again, on the website, we have some forecasting around in terms of what might be from a cryptocurrency. So as we say, as each month with the net rent gets invested into cryptocurrency, just 5 major cryptocurrencies, and basically accumulating that in the portfolio for that special purpose vehicle that owns that property. So again, your token, your BRIKkoala series token, is always, the value of that's always going to be tied to the property and the cryptocurrency at that given time. So again, it's an area that we feel very excited about, where I think it provides a bit of a point of difference, where we see by investing that net rent in cryptocurrencies, it provides a double benefit in terms of the growth around those two assets that's in that special purpose vehicle in going forward. So again, very exciting. Again, we keep it very simple. Buy the property, sell the property after we've sold all tokens, maintain the property, grow the portfolio of cryptocurrency, and basically keep it indefinitely long term in that special purpose vehicle. So, and anytime you can sell out your token in a secondary market. So again, we see it as a great journey, and all the other properties that we bring will be the same model as the BRIKkoala series. So yeah, very exciting, and looking forward to launching that mid to late October. Keep an eye on our website and the social medias as to when we announce that date of the launch for the BRIKkoala.